President Biden says he would consider executive orders on gun control.
While Democrats hold a slim advantage now in Washington, they will need some bipartisanship if they hope to get any measures passed. Right now, the House has passed bills that would expand background checks to include those sold between private individuals on the internet or at gun shows. These bills would also extend the amount of time the FBI has to vet people flagged by the instant check system. Fox 46 chief political correspondent Emma Withrow has been talking with our local leaders in Washington about where they stand on the gun issue and found they are sharply split down party lines.
Well, they stand pretty much on opposite ends of the spectrum, but honestly, what else is new there? So I sent out a questionnaire to all of our federal lawmakers in North Carolina and heard back from a few. Representative Alma Adams wasn't able to meet with me, but she responded that she agrees to all common sense gun reform measures. On the other hand, I spoke with Congressman Madison Cawthorn, who had very different opinions. I asked Congressman Cawthorn how lawmakers in D.C. are going to reach across the aisle on gun reform.
There is no kind of legislation that can restrict people from obtaining a firearm that I believe is constitutional. So I don't think there is much of a middle ground that these kind of woke liberals would be allowed to take.
Reports say that the Colorado shooter purchased his gun legally, but Cawthorn said no matter what the Democrats say, tighter gun laws wouldn't have prevented this tragedy.
One, I think it's more access to mental health. I think that you have to be a very depraved and evil person to want to go shoot innocents.
This week, President Biden called for a ban on assault weapons. The owner of Hyatt Gun Shop says banning assault weapons is a misdirected attempt at stopping mass shootings.
An evil person has it. He doesn't care what kind of gun it is. He'll use whatever firearms available. You've got probably 400 million, maybe more firearms already in the United States. All you're going to do is keep the good citizens from having firearms.
Cawthorn said, along with mental health, the mass shooting in Colorado is a direct result of President Biden's airstrikes in Syria.
Because they just started dropping bombs on Syria last month, even though we have been reaching historic peace deals in the Middle East. And now this Syrian immigrant is now shooting people up in Colorado. I think the two are linked.
But politics aside, local advocates in Charlotte said from personal experience, getting guns off the streets needs to be lawmakers' main objective.
I had a .357 Magnum at the age of 16 that I carried back into a gun store so he could measure it to sell me a holster. I walked right back out of the store with the bullets and the holster at 16 years old.
Gemini Boyd, the CEO of Project Bolt, said he hopes stricter gun legislation will lead to less innocent lives being lost.
Every child that's walking in the communities that is black and brown will have a firearm in their possession. If we don't make a stance now, and like I said, I'm praying that Joe Biden, and I'm thankful that he's the president, can go in and step in and make changes from this legislation about what needs to be done with assault rifles and having gun permits.
In terms of Congressman Cawthorn's remarks about the anti-American motives of the Colorado shooter, he said there will be a committee hearing in the near future to determine if that's a real possibility. In the newsroom, Emma Withrow, Fox 46.